So I'm at the Battle of Normandy Museum here in Bayeux, and they have quite a number of displays on the outside. So here we have the Jagdpanzer, a tank hunter, German. You know, turretless, so you turn the whole vehicle to aim at what you want. Yeah, tank destroyer, whatever you want to call it. So here's the info on this. So they're not really sure on the history of some of this stuff, so that makes sense, right? Given the confusion of the war and all of that, and the confusion of the Battle of Normandy, and then things get sold after war, armies trade stuff, move stuff around, particularly in the Cold War. And places are rebuilding their militaries. It's not uncommon for a lot of this stuff to be unknown. Yeah, so there's a little plaque on the side there. It says Jagdpanzer, Hetzer, pack 7.5 centimeters, 75 is often known, Allemagne, 1944. So that's some of the German stuff they have here, on the outside at least. So this one here, this gun, is a Canon SKC 33. It is a 105 gun, dual, obviously, used in anti-aircraft. Yeah, you can see that by looking at it on this angle. That's what it's for, because it can pivot easy. Apparently some of these were used after the war by the French Navy to arm their ships. So here, what in front of me may look like a Sherman isn't. It's actually a Canadian-made Grizzly. How it ended up here is kind of crazy. Apparently, to get to this museum, it came from a closed base in Germany in the early 90s. So I very much doubt this thing fought in Normandy at all. There's a plaque over here. I'll come around. It says it may have fought in Germany. I don't know. Maybe they brought some over later towards the war. I don't really know what this bad boy's doing here, but it's made in Montreal, based on the Sherman, just made to Canadian specifics. And then it was changed out afterwards by the looks of it, with American stuff, which makes perfect sense considering it was an American base. But yeah, so this is the Grizzly. But yeah, it's got a American turret on it now, widened tracks, rubber pads, all that good stuff. Very interesting to see a Montreal-made tank all the way over here. They didn't make a lot of them because they just went to the Shermans, and the Allies agreed to make all the Shermans in the US. Because it didn't make sense to have production all over the place. Here's the plaque on the info on the Grizzly. So there's more vehicles out here. I'm not sure what this one is. It's some sort of engineering vehicle to carry dirt. This big area is open top. So it probably opens for grading and that kind of thing would be my guess. Right next to it is the much vaulted M10 tank destroyer. Used throughout several armies, right? We had Chris Camfield on the channel talking about the Archer, which is a British-built tank destroyer, but this is the American one. Right, seen all over the place, on service. Lots of people in favor of that one. And here's some, here's the information on this one in particular. Had quite a punch for what it was. This is the back of the M10. A lot of these saw service Northwest Europe. A lot. And here's another angle on that engineering vehicle. It's got to be a grader of some sort. It's not self-propelled, it looks towed, so I could be wrong, but I'm not sure. And last but not least is the Crocodile. Right, Churchill tank, outfitted to shoot fire. I think it'd be Canadian, but with their love of fire with the Wasp, which is a universal carrier turned into a flamethrower. But not this one. This one's a British design, as it says here. Churchill tank, Crocodile, 75mm, flames, Great Britain, 1944. A very effective weapon when used properly. It was used at places like Carpiquet because of the fixed defenses. It was used to get them out. So yeah, there's the business end right there. Right, the gun. And the spot that shoots the flames. terrifying little thing, and the Churchill could go over all kinds of stuff and just crush whatever was in its way. It has a bad reputation, I think, because of Dieppe, but that's taken out of context. It was the first time the Churchill was used, was at Dieppe, and it was misused. They didn't really understand what was going on. Anyway, so Canadians were supported by a number of crocodiles on numerous occasions. Very good for getting defenders, particularly fanatical ones, out of fixed defenses. And here is the info on this one.